going on, everybody? Al the Anomaly here again today, back with another video. Today we will be doing a recommendation video. Before we get into the video though, can you please comment, like, and subscribe and share the channel? Definitely helps grow the channel, and I keep bringing you guys some more amateur quality content. Um, Behind me, I did start hanging up some wall posters and some tapestry, so it can look a little bit less naked, I should say. The anime I will be recommending today will be an anime known as Ranking of Kings. It's a show I talk about a lot online, and it's definitely one I place in my top 5 all-time favorites. And that's just off of one season. From the narrative, the storytelling, the character development, to the action and the animation, everything is pretty top-notch. And for the setting, it goes as follows. The title of the series refers to a same-named system by which a committee, acting in absentia for a race of powerful beings known as gods, ranks the power and prosperity of the mortal world's many kings. The king that is bequeathed the number one ranking is entitled to a boon from the divine treasure vault, a fabled stronghold brimming with untold riches and holy artifacts. While not all kings seek that power in earnest, the existence of the ranking and the ambitions of those who strive to sit atop it form the driving force of the narrative. Now, with that being said, of course, it is a fantasy anime. There's some fantasy tropes that usually plays a part. Now, the plot of the show follows Prince Boji. He's the first son of the Kingdom of Boss and also the first son to King Boss, the founder of the country. King Boss is a giant, and Boji's mother was a giant, Queen Sheena. Now, she dies before the series starts, so you don't initially know how things play out until later on. But Boji is full-blooded giant, of course, despite his appearance. You don't see that. You'll find that out later as you're watching the show. Boji has a younger brother named Prince Dada, who was King Boss's second wife's son, Queen Hilling. So Queen Hilling is Dada's mom, and King Boss is Dada's father. So he's a giant. Queen Hilling's a human. So I don't know how the birds and the bees of the situation works. So I'll leave that up to thought. So King Dada, he seems like a snobby prince. The younger brother, of course, wants to be king. So it's one of those kind of generic things. Dada's mother, Healing, doesn't think Boji is fit to be king. Well, Boji is deaf and he's a mute. Well, I won't really say a mute, but he can't speak well, of course, being deaf. But he can read lips very well. Despite his disabilities, he is a very courageous and lovable guy. He's just really naive. From then on, we're introduced to a character named Kage, who meets Boji out in the woods. Now, Kage sees how naive Boji is and understands. He understands Boji more so than any character in the show. But he can understand Boji to a bit. But he pulls a fast one on Boji, having Boji give up his stuff, seeing how naive he is, just to be talking to someone like Kage. He's just like, okay. Kage happens to be from a shadow clan of assassins. Yes, they're literally shadows, and they're assassins. His name is Kage. Kage means shadow. He's Shadow the Shadow. But we'll learn more about his backstory, I believe, in the second episode, and you'll see why Kage is the way he is. Now, Kage eventually follows Boji to find out how Boji's nature really is, and starts to warm up to the guy. Now, there's a couple of people that are in Boji's corner. Initially, in the beginning, it's not too many, but then that number grows. A couple other characters that we have are the four, I would say, I can't remember their names, their group, but we have four characters that happen to be like the Knights of the Round. You have Domus, who is the greatest swordsman in all of the Kingdom of Boss, and also happens to be Boji's trainer. We also have Bebin, who happens to be Daida's trainer. You have Appius, and you have Dorsch, and those were like King Boss's go-to niggas. They were the four niggas that would fuck shit up for him. We also have a character who's known as the Magic Mirror, also Miranjo. She's a character who's real secretive in the beginning. Then you find out that, she's a whole different subject. They're pretty much the main cast of characters we focus on. There will be a couple others that we'll be introduced to. But yeah, the story is pretty much going to focus on Boji wanting to become the greatest king of all the kings. Of course, being a deaf character and not many people supporting his claim to the throne, it doesn't seem that way. And of course, things get turned on their head. There's a whole, I don't want to say coup d'etat, but there's a whole influence thing going on to whereas if enough people say so, Boji doesn't have to be king, and that right can go into Dada, who seems to be more suited. Now, with him being deaf and not seeming like he can be the fastest or strongest, Boji does have some skill and talent hidden beneath that adorable little face. When the series reach certain climax points, you'll understand and see how Boji is that guy, and he's Super Chad Mega that guy. King Boss's ranking is 7, but in terms of strength, he could be ranked number 1. There's going to be more to the ranking system, I believe, in the second season. They kind of get into it in this season, but it's it. As I said, the series is going to be a lot to unpack and unfold. We do get introduced to another king. His name was King Dasha. Pardon me. King Dasha being the number 2 ranked king, and I believe he's the king of the underworld. Now, he's a fucking cool character, and a lot of, like, when the plot point reaches him, things start to take a turn for the best, and I really love it. With all that being said, you have Boji and Kage taking on the world. It'll eventually become them versus the world type of thing. Fucking Kage becomes that guy. Boji's always been that guy. Boss will be that guy, and I love Dada for being pretty cool. As I said, the show takes a lot of turns where it's going to be a lot of gotcha moments. Maybe some moments are more, dead on than others, but it's really a good show. I will say this is one of the first few shows where a character's accomplishments made me tear up. Watching Boji succeed is by far one of the greatest things I've seen in the anime, and not too many shows. I'm not gonna say not too many shows. Not too many shonens can do that for you. Whereas you're watching a character achieve certain goals and and plateau at certain levels. There's nothing greater than seeing Boji do that. I mean, you can watch any shonen and see a character achieve this or become that, but Boji's is a bit sweeter and a bit more to the heart. But other than that, I recommend anyone to check out the show if you like shows with good story, great animation, not too long. It's only 23, 24 episodes, so it's not too much. And it's not like they're all hour-long episodes. They're all about 22 minutes, 23 minutes. Give or take a half an hour. But it's really good, and each episode keeps bringing you in for more. If you like fantasy, it's even better. But I will recommend this to anyone that likes heartfelt, good animation, great action stories. Oh yeah, the action. The action is by far something almost out of this world because you wouldn't expect it from a show like this. But I will say this, the action sneaks up on you and it's really, really well. Animated by Wit Studio, so everything is top quality and high quality in the show. And I guarantee if you watch it, you will really think this is one of probably the best anime you have seen. With that being said, that is all I have for right now. I will be bringing you guys another video pretty soon. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Please subscribe and help grow this channel so we can bring more fun content to talk about. Once again, you can shoot me a message or comment on a video. Let me know if you want to see something that might be particularly something you're into. I can watch the series, research it, do what I need to do. But yeah, that's all I have for today. And I will be seeing you guys later. So please, checking back in with you guys next time.